G'day guys, welcome to Ian's Wonderful World of Bees. We are now into spring. You ripper! We get to go back in and see what the girls have been up to over this winter. My plan for today is to take stock, see how they're fed, see what resources they have, and see what I need to do to manage them to move forward into this spring. Now I've got a few plans for this spring and we'll run through those when we're down with the girls. Let's get in on it. Alright, so where are we at? 5-3. This was my split last year with the new queen that I purchased. She will not require requeening this year. Now I had open bottom boards on last summer. I did close them up this winter, but I only closed them to half, which I removed a couple of weeks ago. Because the previous year, there was a little bit of chalk breed in one of them, and I thought there was just a little bit too much moisture. So, look, today's temperatures aren't too bad. Certainly not cold, but certainly not warm. The bees are out and about, and they're looking nice and calm. We're pretty, we've got 7 full frames of bees. These girls are ripping. You little ripper, take a look. Hive beetles have not really been a problem down here for me. We got 4, 5 for the winter. That's really good. Now we had a relatively different winter. June was somewhat dry. July was pretty average. August was unexpectedly warm. So these girls, I would assume, well I know they've been bringing in pollen for the past few weeks. They should be breeding. Now I did find the queen in this one for the first time a few weeks ago, and I was able to mark her. So we've got a little bit more honey here. We've got a good patch of brood, a few drone cells. It does not appear to be a lot of nectar in there. Really interesting to see the drone brood happening here so early. We're only in the first week of spring. More brood. Look, this hive's it's going to explode. She's breeding like crazy. There's a heap of pollen there. She's, I reckon, a little bit dry, to be honest. I know they have honey stores, but some of these larvae in there just looks too dry to me, and they just don't look as healthy as they should. I'm starting to adjust the way I work with these girls. Instead of cracking every frame when I open up, I've decided to do it one by one, because I want to sort of just calm them down a little bit instead of disturbing them straight up straight away. Just do it bit by bit. More brood. Crikeys. The larvae in there looks a lot better in this frame, but they're packed. So what I'm starting to learn from this hive at the moment, although I've got 2 frames to look at, but there's a little bit of honey. No nectar. And I've got 7 full frames of bees and 6 frames of brood or larvae. Well, there's the queen I marked last time. Just here. I'll get you in on her. Just in here. Clearly see her. She's on frame 8 there. And she's laying. That's full of larvae too. The other side, absolutely jam-packed with pollen. Where am I going to go with this hive? The queen's loaded these frames with brood and larvae. Very little stores, except for pollen, heap of pollen, which is great. And there's pollen in around the brood and that sort of thing also. So it's telling me that, you know, and I can see that she's breeding well, and they have the pollen there to actually be able to breed. Very little nectar, so jam-packed. I'm going to have to probably put another double deep on this as soon as possible. Bring some frames up, put a double deep on, and give them a feed. That's the plan for hive number 3. How fabulous is that coming out of winter? Really nice. I'm also going to start nudging these boxes over today to give me some more room on my stand. So what's the plan for this season? The plan is to go to 5 hives. Why is that? Well, more bees are better than less bees. We all love bees. But Varroa's on our doorstep. If we don't get it this season, it'll definitely come next season. And if I want to maintain a sustainable hive, I think I need a little bit of insurance. So I'm going to go to 5 hives, just in case 1 or 2 die with my new experiences in trying to control Varroa. Now look, we've got probably a fraction more bees than we did in the last lot, which is really interesting. I was in here probably 3 weeks ago with the warmer weather just for a quick look, and this was down to about 6 frames of bees. Now I've blown them down, certainly not as large as the other lot. Now this queen is a super procedure queen that is in her, she's done 2 years. So I'm looking at requeening her this year, and I'll also be requeening the feral hive. I have 2 splits to do to bring me up to 5 hives and 4 queens to build. We have some pollen here, a little bit of honey, and a little bit of honey that side, and plenty of pollen or bee bread. So it's going to be a real busy season for me and the girls. So which queen am I going to breed from? Well, I think I might breed from this girl. This was a swarm that went straight in a super procedure. She's 2 years old. They're relatively calm bees, so I'm reasonably happy with that. So I might breed from this girl, and then next year I might breed from this girl, just so I get a bit of biodiversity. Once again, I think these girls are really, really hungry, which is surprising because a few weeks ago they had plenty of honey. But they're dry. There's a nice frame of brood and pollen. A little bit of honey. Lots of brood, larvae, pollen. What do we have here? This is a bit of mould. By the looks of it. Why is it looking like that? Doesn't quite look like wax moth, but there's certainly no sign of any webs or that sort of thing. So look, I think it's just a little bit mouldy. Hence this is the reason why I took the bottom boards off a number of weeks ago. So we've got pollen there. I think the girls will clean that up, but just to give them a bit of help, I might just get them off there and scrape that stuff out. Let's get rid of it. So most of that there I've now removed, and to be honest, there was a lot of pollen in there, so yeah, that's gone a little bit mouldy over winter. Nothing that they can't handle, and they'll fix that frame up. So where are we at with these girls? Well, there's not as much brood going on as hive 3. They certainly don't have any nectar, plenty of pollen. They need a feed of sugar syrup. There's a heap of bee bread in there and a little bit of pollen coming in. There should be a heap of pollen coming in, but I didn't see a lot of bees with pollen on them. And I'll just let that queen breed up for a few weeks. Okay, hive number 1, feral hive. She'll be getting knocked on the head this year. But quite surprising, I was in a few weeks ago, like I keep saying, and I found the queen. She wasn't marked. Now I know I marked the queen there 2 years ago. So I don't know what's happened. Very, very strange. Look, the mark could have come off, could have been rubbed off, but geez, I don't know what's going on. Regardless, she's a goner. Oh man, check it out. These guys are pumpy. That's heavy. That is heavy. Look at that. That's a full frame. And the eye side's being capped over. So these girls are certainly bringing in the nectar. Here comes the power company. We haven't had power for 2 days. We had a storm. Down quite a few trees. I lost a few more in the garden. I'm going to show you that. We've had a shocking year for trees down. Bit of brood, bit of nectar. A little bit of pollen in between the brood combs. That's what I like to see. There's a couple of drones there. There's the queen. See her there? She has a yellow dot on her. Right here. She's a huge queen. Absolutely feral. Your days are numbered, girlfriend. Although in saying that, oh man, this hive can produce. Oh, that got me. Just got stung in the finger. Just a bit of a scrape there. Just try and get that stinger out so it doesn't continue to push in the venom. So let's get back to this. Let me show you this queen cup. Here it is here. Let's crack her open. That's dry. There's nothing there. So I'd say that bottom box is full of bees. Fair bit of brood, a little bit of honey there, and a bit of nectar. So they're not looking too bad. Let's have a look in the top box. So if you see here, we have this pattern of brood. Now this is frame number 1 to 5. So it's in the centre, in the top box. Basically what you'll get, you'll get identical in the frame in the box below. So this pattern will continue down here and down like a football shape into the box below. And that's what you should be seeing in a double boxed hive. It's laying well. Brood, honey, brood and honey, and a little bit of pollen to throw in there on top of it. More brood, more honey. Oh man, this hive's ready to pop. These guys certainly do not need to be fed. That's heavy again, so that's a full frame of honey, both sides. Hate to say this, but this box is looking for a super, and I'm gonna have to do a split because I don't want these girls swarming, and I don't want her to produce her own queen. Nasty. So what have we got? Feral hive. Pumping. Absolutely pumping. So I'm going to have to start thinking about, look, there are drone cells in there. There's a couple of drones in this box. Look, I've got to get some queens happening. I've got to put a super on this hive, although it's probably a little bit early for a float, but there is nectar coming into this hive. But I want to split this hive, so do I put on a super and collect some honey and then split in another month? I don't know. I'm going to go away, think about these 3 hives, because there's a little bit of work involved and I have to prepare everything beforehand. So I'll go away, I'll nut it out, get back to you and let you know what I've decided. But definitely hive 1 and 2, I think they need a little bit of a sugar syrup feed just to pump them along, and hive 1 I reckon, and almost hive 2 is ready for another double, so we might just whack some doubles on this early in the season and throw some sugar syrup in. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, push the like button, leave me a comment. I really like to hear from you guys. And smash that subscribe. Catch you on the next one.